You know what I realized? It's not my fault that I'm putting out my book hauls so late. It's the book's fault for being released so late. Hello everyone. Today I am bringing you my June book haul. As I mentioned in my previous video, June is my birthday month. So a couple of the books that I got were gifts. I have 14 books this month, which it's a lot. It definitely is a lot. And I will also be having an unboxing for a couple of the books, but we will get to that later. So I am just going to jump straight into my book haul. The first book that I'm going to be showing you I got on my birthday, and I actually got it a few days early, which was really cool. I didn't have a chance to read it, but I did get it early, so that was pretty cool. And that is The Leaving by Tara Altebrando. But I think the cover is really, really cool and just very eerie. The tagline on the book says 6 were taken, 5 came back. Essentially what the book is about. These 6 kindergartens were kidnapped, and when they're 16 years old, they are sent back, and no one knows what happened to them, and it's just all very mysterious. E. Lockhart, who wrote We Were Liars, which is a book I really, really love, blurbed this book, and I'm kind of getting a We Were Liars feel. So I'm really, really excited for this one. Hopefully it's kind of mysterious and scary, but I don't really know. We'll see. The next few books that I got were on my birthday as well, and they were from Chris, Katie, and Aiden, some of my family friends. So thank you so, so much. I love all of the books that they got me. And the first one is Pirates, The Complete History from 1300 BC to the present day. This whole section of my shelf right there is all pirate books and pirate themed books. So this was on my wish list, and getting it is just really, really exciting. It has some pictures in it. I probably won't just sit down and just read this. I'll probably read a chapter or two occasionally, just because it's a nonfiction book and I don't really read a lot of nonfiction, but I'm very, very excited to have this because any pirate book, as I've mentioned plenty of times before, is really, really good. And then the next 4 books I also got from them, and they all go together, and it is the remaining books of the Witcher series. In my May book haul, I picked up the first book in the Witcher series and a bunch of short stories, and so they got me the rest, at least that are out in English right now. So the first one is Sword of Destiny, which is the collection of short stories. The next one is A Time of Contempt, which is book number 2, and book number 3, Baptism of Fire, and book number 4, The Tower of Swallows. The covers all match really nicely, but unfortunately the 2 that I bought are mass market paperbacks, and I talked about that in my May book haul, but I'm very, very excited to have these. When I was opening all of these, I was just geeking out because now I have the whole series, so if I want to, I can just marathon every single one of them. So thank you again so much, Chris, Katie, and Aiden. These are all amazing birthday gifts. The next 2 books I picked up I got at Barnes & Noble. So the first one that I got was Escape from Asylum by Madeline Rooks, and I have all of her other books in the Asylum series. This is actually a prequel to that series. I've read all of the other books except for the short stories, but I do have that book as well. Even though it looks very scary, it doesn't scare me that much. The first book really, really scared me a lot. It was very creepy, but the other ones aren't as scary. But who knows? Maybe this one will be scarier. I feel like this one might be a little bit more like the first one. I don't want to spoil too much about what this one is about since it is a prequel. Escape from Asylum. You can kind of get what the premise is of this book. But I was happy to have this just so I could complete the rest of my collection of the series. And the next book I got was kind of just on a whim. Honestly, I did pretty much just get this for the cover of the book because you'll see in a moment. It's stunning. And that is The Loose Ends List by Carrie Firestone. So first of all, it's very kind of just a fun-ish, kind of colorful cover, and it has the anchor on it, which I really appreciate, and also on the spine. So that's very pretty. But then when I opened the book, this is the book naked. I love when books have like a cover on the naked book. It's just, you're doing it right, book. You're doing it right. I think this is just gorgeous. And that's pretty much the only reason why I bought it, honestly. It does seem very interesting though. Essentially, it's about a girl named Maddie, and she finds out that her grandma is dying. So her grandma decides to take her family on a cruise to say goodbye. Basically, the grandma's planning on dying there. And basically, it's just giving Maddie time to say goodbye because she's really, really close with her grandma. And it kind of feels like it's a mix between Since You've Been Gone and Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, which is kind of a weird mix. But in the summary, it says the novel might just be the funniest book about death you'll ever read, which kind of gives me the vibe of Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. And then also on the back of here, it has a list of things that she needs to do on the cruise. So that's kind of where I got the Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. The next two things go together as well, and I bought them recently. I got Black Butler Volume 1 and Volume 2. They are manga, and I don't really read too much manga. I used to read Naruto. I read that a long time ago when I was like in elementary school, middle school. And I read the first volume of Attack on Titan, but I started watching Black Butler, the anime, and I am obsessed. It's so addicting and it's so good. So I decided to start picking up the manga because I feel I'm going to be watching the anime first, but I'm going to be reading these next, so I knew I just had to have them. If you don't know what Black Butler is about, it is about a 13-year-old boy named CL Phantomhive, and he is an Earl because his parents were murdered, and so he hires a demon to get revenge on his parents' murderers, and basically that's all it's about. It's so good. It's very kind of a dark humor-ish type thing, so I would not suggest it for little kids, but the TV show is just great, and I'm gonna stop raving about them because I'll go on and on. The next one is very exciting for me, and that is United as One by Pittacus Lore. This is the final book of the Lore and Legacy series, and it's been going on for a while. This is the 7th book, and my dad and I have been reading these pretty much since the beginning. I saw the movie I Am Number 4 first, actually, and then I really liked it, so I picked up the books. It's a very entertaining series. It's not like top-notch writing, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's definitely just a kind of book that you read just to be entertained. I'm really excited to read the last book and see how it's gonna end. The next books are gonna be part of my unboxing. I got 2 books from Book Outlet and 1 book from Amazon. I do know what I got. I'm just going to unbox this for you guys because I thought that would be kind of fun. It's kind of in a this is the Book Outlet order, and it's kind of in a different packaging. Usually it comes in a box, but for some reason it came in this. I was really confused, but I guess I don't order from them enough. Maybe they do that regularly. I don't really know. I'm having such a hard time with this. Finally opened it. That was really hard to open. Alrighty. I'm so excited. So the first book I see in there, it is The Raft by S.A. Bowden, and I read The Raft a while ago. I read it probably in like elementary school. My mom read it first and then she said, you gotta read this. So I read it and I bawled my eyes out. It was just so good. And I don't honestly think I will ever reread this. I might, but I just felt that I needed to have it in my collection. And I went on to Book Outlet knowing I was going to buy one book, but I didn't want to just buy one book and pay the shipping for it. So I decided to pick up this one as well. And it's in hardcover. And it's just great. And I've always wanted this book. And I got it for like $2. So it's a bargain. It's great. But basically, it's about a girl named Robbie and her plane crashes. And she and this boy named Max, who I believe was the pilot, are the only two that survived this plane crash. And she has to try to survive and find help. It's very, very good. And then the next book I got, and the reason why I made this Book Outlet purchase, is For Real by Allison Cherry. I have the book read by her. I have not read it yet, but I do have it. And I saw this one at Barnes & Noble and I wanted to buy it, but then I realized that it was by the same author as Red, and I got Red off of Book Outlet. So I'm like, maybe this one will be on Book Outlet. And it was. So I decided to pick it up then because, again, it was like $5 maybe like even $3 or $4. I honestly really don't know what this one is about. I believe it's just kind of a contemporary book, and I know they're sisters. And I think they go on a road trip or something, maybe. I'm honestly really not sure. I'll probably just go into this one not knowing anything. And I'll probably pick it up soon because it's pretty short and it seems like a summer read. So I'm pretty excited for this one and I'm glad I got it for super, super cheap. And the next thing I got is an Amazon book. I got a book from Amazon. That's what I meant to say. I pre-ordered this and I thought I would just unbox it for you guys, even though I already know what's inside of it. So, hey, look at that. That was pretty good, actually. I got it off like the first try. Usually that never happens. I'm very excited for this one. And the book I got was And I Darken by Kirsten White. At my local bookstore, I actually could have gotten this 2 days ago. My dad was like, you can get that for a lot cheaper if you just order it online. So he said, you don't need it to get it now, and you probably won't read it in 2 days anyway, so you don't need to really get it early, but it's your money. You can do what you want. And I'm like, why do you have to be so reasonable? I want the book now. And then I even told them, I'm like, this is why I like going book shopping by myself, because then I can just buy all the books that I want to read. But anyway, I was okay without it for 2 days. So I pre-ordered it. All I know about it is a Vlad the Impaler retelling, but it's gender bend. So it's a girl. And I don't really know that much about Vlad the Impaler, but I heard that he's kind of an anti-hero, or at least in this book, the girl is the anti-hero, and I really like villains, and so anti-heroes are just as good. They're not as good as villains, because villains are the best, but I'm really excited to pick this one up, and I think it sounds pretty interesting. I'm going to attempt to carry all these books. I just know it's not going to end well at all. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh gosh. See, this is why I hate filming thumbnails with too many books, because it's not good. It's really, really not good. I don't even think I'm going to get all of these in the shot, to be honest. There's so many of them. Okay. Here we go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, crap. Oh. I was ready. I was ready for it, and then it had to fall. Alright, so here are all of the books that I got in June. So many. There's so many of them. I can't even. Seriously. Thank you so much for watching my June book haul. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please feel free to. And I will talk to you next time. Bye! I worked for about like 8 hours and I'm standing on my feet. And they're just killing me right now. But I really needed to film this video. These six teenage kids. I have a very large collection of pirate books. I mean, this whole... Whoop. Oh. Stay up. Stay up. There we go. Oh. Oh. But that is the loose end... I keep on forgetting the title. Yeah?
It's time to eat.
Alright, I'll be right down. I'm almost done. Thanks, bud. Filming before we eat. Is the Raft... Oh, what the heck? There's like a marking on it. It's like dirty a little bit. Whatever. Oh, just why? Why are there so many? I feel like all my thumbnails are the same because I have so many books. Oh, okay. They're going down now. They're going down. Okay. There we go. Thumbnail complete. Maybe successful, maybe not, but it's complete.